Anger. It's an emotion we all know but rarely want to face head-on. When frustration builds, it can feel like a wave that knocks you off balance, leaving you questioning everything you thought you had under control. The more you fight it, the more it seems to grow, pulling you away from peace. But what if anger is more than just a disruptive emotion? Could it be a signal for something deeper, something you're called to work through rather than suppress? In this video, we'll explore how addressing anger can help you stay aligned with God's purpose and find clarity in the storm. The moment you feel anger building up, its energy will rush into your mind, and any thoughts that pop into your head will be a direct reflection of that fury. Because of your anger, you start to believe certain things, including that all that spiritual stuff is a waste of time. These ideas originate in the energy field, which is a product of the fury. Nothing you do will change the fact that it is useless and unproductive. I can confirm that it does in fact produce such ideas. Try to think about those thoughts the next time it happens, but be conscious that they are born from your angry energy field. Put simply, try to be self-aware. Anger is difficult to control since it strikes without warning. What I refer to as the pain body is the energy of fury that flows through you. This anger may be old and buried deep within you. This has the potential to infiltrate your mind and exert influence over your ideas. Can you maintain awareness during this process and identify rage as a physical manifestation of your pain? Recognize that the ideas you're having are actually angry ones. In fact, anger is just thinking these thoughts. Angry ideas represent an angry energy field. They are not true. As a witness or spectator of those ideas and the anger energy field, the challenge then becomes to maintain awareness. Who knows? Maybe you can't. As an experiment, that's all I'm proposing. Your ability to remain in the here and now is directly correlated to your level of presence power. If you've spent enough time in our energy field, you might find that you have more presence power once you leave. When you show up as a witness, things start to shift. There is absolutely no effort required of you. To be a witness is to be aware of the energy without identifying with it. You understand what I mean? You may be feeling a bit anxious right now, and that's how the observing consciousness works. As you stand there, your heart is pounding and you could feel a twinge of anxiety. You feel your heart racing and your anxiety rising. While the witness lets things be, there's a more subtle part of you that can communicate things like, "My heart is beating. I feel nervous energy inside me." These are still expressions, but there's also the capacity to see it, as it were. All the established patterns will be altered by that. Old habits will start to crumble the more self-aware you become. Trying to reinvent oneself is an ambitious goal that many individuals fail at. "I have to change myself" is their thought process. The first step towards strong and lasting change is self-awareness. When you realize that the fury isn't you anymore, then it's simply rage and you are awareness. There it is, plain and simple, visible and palpable. Moving from experiencing anger to simply holding and witnessing it in your energy field is the next big step. It's an amazing change. Make use of your fury as a spiritual discipline. In the event that you are unsuccessful, fury will naturally exclaim, "You see?" Angry words like, "You failed again," and "You can't do it," come out of your mouth. A red flag indicates that something is up with you. Yes, especially the one about how I must be flawed. There must be something wrong with me. It's a component of the human ego, and you might be startled to hear that millions, if not billions, of individuals throughout the world share that same thought. However, once awareness is introduced, everything will change. It's the sole genuine key. In the future, if you make a mistake and feel angry, you will be able to recognize it the moment it passes. After that, you'll be able to claim, "Oh, I didn't see it, but there it was." After that, your time will come. You can control your anger if you can recognize it when it arrives, or even if you can figure out that it might be a thought that triggers it. The key is to be present in that first minute before it escalates. If you notice it right away, it might not even escalate to full-blown fury. You might only have 3 seconds, yet they could fly by with the force of an explosion. There might be as little as 2, 3, 4, or 5 seconds for you to focus on it and experience it. Ah, it's on its way, I see now. It's important not to repress feelings of anger or pain if you become aware of them early on. When I say catch it, what I mean is to really experience it and be present to see it happen. As it develops, you'll be able to remain put. It elevates the witness's status. Whether or not it develops into full-blown wrath is irrelevant. You can turn your anger into a powerful spiritual practice, therefore be grateful for it. With its help, consciousness can expand. Some people find it hard to understand how something that you perceive as a major challenge in your life might actually present you with the best chance for personal growth and spiritual enlightenment. Make use of it in your routine. Feeling important is the hardest thing to deal with, in my opinion. A profound sense of despair is produced when one feels helpless. You fear it won't work and that you're going to bomb. You must, however, acknowledge that these are merely forms of thought, ideas that occur to you. Being self-aware means you can choose which thoughts to trust and which to reject. Feeling completely liberated, you are no longer obligated to. This is an angry idea, not the truth, and you know it. Anger, the pain body, gives rise to this mental form. This is an angry thought, not an accurate one. It's not accurate. Oh, here's another negative thought form, that there's nothing you can do and you might as well give up. Recognize these thoughts for what they are, thinking forms. Is the significance of that clear to you? After a year has passed, maybe we may cross paths again. Seeing how things have changed over time is fascinating. What transpired to you when you brought awareness to your anger? Keep an eye on it for updates. Much obliged. Now is the time to finish. Much obliged. We should be grateful for everything, even the tough times, since it is truly remarkable to witness how consciousness is expanding and awakening in many human forms in various ways. That is essential for waking to take place. The energy required for the blossoming of consciousness is created by the trials that one faces. Things ought to go wrong in real life as well as in movies. Nothing happens in a movie unless something goes wrong. No one changes. The plot doesn't progress. The difference between a good movie and a terrible one is that the former shows how the protagonist overcomes obstacles and gains new skills, while the latter shows how the protagonist deals with challenges and grows as a person. Sometimes when things go wrong in a good film, the protagonist has a spiritual awakening. Consequently, the next time anger arises, try to view it as an opportunity for self-discovery rather than a sign of failure. A person grows when they face adversity, when they learn to observe a feeling without letting themselves be consumed by it. Keep in mind that embracing these emotions as part of your spiritual path is the key to transformation, not denying or denying them. Growth begins in the face of life's adversities. By subscribing to our channel and giving this video a like, you can receive more breakthrough videos that will assist you in turning your troubles into spiritual practices. We will persevere as a team until we discover wisdom and calm amidst the mayhem. Remain vigilant and inquisitive until our paths cross again.